Yeah, it was 40 degrees. It's like 50. Thank you so much, Miss Diaz. My girlfriend at Kimberly's Closet got me this last year for Christmas, I believe. Yes, honey. I had to turn the heat on. I woke up this morning like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. Who wasn't here yesterday? Because I wanna, you know how kids be like, you wanna see something? You want, can I show you something? Mm-hmm. Who wasn't here yesterday? Y'all wanna see something? Look what Miss Joy sent us. Y'all, we got a shield for the block y'all tomatoes. Ah, we got a real shield up in this piece. Quit playing. And two, and Touch by Tay is gonna be making custom ones if y'all want one. You hear me? And two, we got us a whole shield. Yes. Touch by Tay, she said let her get her art show out the way and she gonna be making some. Look at here, I'm ready for you, Queen. And hi, Auntie. You and your little mole rat, Ty. Good morning, Day. And two, listen, he's the mole. We calling him the mole. I was forgetting. I said, Queen ain't here. He said, oh, yeah, I got her back. Don't even worry about it. That's all right. Joy got me. She got me together. So as the tomatoes come, I got something to block them now. My daddy makes sure I'm all the way together. Don't even trip. Y'all, this is so dope. I had to stop myself from coming in here last night to just look at it a couple times. This is cool. Do you see what allowing your inner child to heal does? Who sees it? And the pancakes and bacon Miss Judy be throwing at me. I think it's Miss Judy that throw. It's either her. Who is it? It's Miss. Is it Miss Patsy? Somebody be throwing whole plates of breakfast at me. No. Tay didn't do this. Tay didn't do this one, but she is. Okay, listen. Joy had this made, but Tay is going to start to paint them. They will be hand painted, and she says she will do your crest, whatever you want, and she's very good. So go to Touch by Tay here on TikTok. And after her art show that she has this weekend or sometime, she says she's gonna start doing these. So if you want one for your house, because this is even a cool art piece to hang up, like your family crest or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like for your husband's man cave. You know they always think they could some kind of Spartan warrior in their head. So just go on and get them a shield. So they have something to talk about when they home. Oh, bro, what's that? Oh man, my wife. You know what I'm saying? She had me a shield made. You know, the wife that had me a shield made, bro. I don't know. She always, she be over there. But for real, they want to show it off. Because ain't nobody else got a shield. I guarantee you none of his friends have this. He'll just have a reason when they come over to walk by with it like, huh, what you doing with that? What's that, man? Oh, nothing. My wife, she got me a shield, bro. You know what I'm saying? She be reading and watching. We be watching them little old movies and stuff back from the days and stuff. And she thought I like it. You like it? Yeah, man. It's pretty cool. I never thought I would, but that's how y'all do, Tom. That's how y'all do. Y'all gotta show your friends your new toys. Try to act like you don't like it. Don't they? I know. Big swearing up and down, y'all don't like it, and we can't wait to show your homeboys. So, I need to charge every freaking device I have, y'all. My stuff be just dead. You couldn't comment on TikTok, they playing already. Well, they really about to. Who does the blinged out shoes? Miss Rhodes. It's TWANRHODES on here. I just had mine on, and they glow in the dark so well. You can set them just by the front door or wherever your kitchen window or wherever you put your shoes. And as soon as you walk down a dark hallway or go into the bathroom and look down, your feet are glowing. And they're all sparkly. And that's funny you say that because I went somewhere the other day and somebody said, oh, I really like those shoes. It was a guy. He was like, oh, your shoes are all blanked out. Thank you. Thank you. These are custom. because we do custom stuff around here. And she just did somebody's shoes. They look real, real good. She putting pictures on them and everything. I said, ooh, Crocs need to go on and just get with her. They need to go on and get with her. So, Twan, TWAN, Rhodes, RHODES. Yeah, I already know. That's what I'm getting ready to talk about right now. Israel is at war, y'all. That's actually why I got on here, because I was getting ready to go run some errands and I screenshotted that. I can tell you what time I did. 8:27. 8:27 a.m. You see it? That's what I came on here to talk about. So, are we ready? You remember when we talked about there's not going to be any gas and you might not be able to go outside? But also, who remembers me showing y'all a specific book? Are you ready? Who believes that prophecy is real before we go forward? Anybody? Can you raise your hand for me if you believe prophecy is real? And if you believe that if you are listening, God has a lot of answers for you prior to you needing them? Anybody? Okay, good. Y'all know this book? Who knows this book? Raise your hand for me again if you know this book. Put a 1 if you have this book or a version of it. Put a 1 if you have this book or a version of this. Good. Good. Good, 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 good. Y'all ready? So last year, and probably sometime this year, because we talk about stuff and we go back and we go back and then it leads us to something else. Okay, here we go. There's a book in here called See it? Y'all remember we read some of this? And I said, hey, this is last year when I was telling everybody to get ready. I said, if you don't believe me, there's a book in the books that they don't want y'all to read called The War Scroll. What is it? It is a prophecy about the last war, the war to end our wars. Did y'all see what that said right there? What's that say? You see it? It says Armageddon, the war to end all wars. Oh, when I say everything is, hold on, y'all. Everything freezing. So, if you have time in the next week or so, oh man. Okay. One other thing. Who remembers me talking about Auschwitz and the Great Depression, how it was when Hitler was running around? You guys remember me talking about that? Y'all remember us having those conversations? Mm-hmm. Remember I said that he cut off their food supply and their water supply, and what water it was there was tainted? We talked about him moving in slowly and taking little space by space. Do you guys remember? Who's ever heard the term Israel is God's time clock? Anybody ever heard that? Israel is God's time clock. Do you know that this year makes a jubilee? since the first war, or when they bombed during the holy time and all of this other stuff. It makes a jubilee. What's a jubilee? We know what a jubilee is, don't we? 50 years. 5 means what? Do y'all remember? Grace. Grace. God gave us 50 years of grace. You know what else happened in this last 50 years? The 3 blood moons that God talked about. I don't know if we read that yet. I believe it's in the Sibling Oracles. It talks about blood moons in a jubilee. And then the coming Christ will be here. The Antichrist is going to show his face. Talked about all the things that's happening right now. If you have the Dead Sea Scrolls, you need to take some time and go through the War Scroll. It talks about the trumpets that are going to sound. It's going to be 6 battles, and God is going to settle the 7th. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So there are things that you've had in your possession already that have the information for right now. Y'all just thought y'all was buying books. Okay? Yeah. Is this where the seals are? The seals are already being broken. The seals have been being broken for years. But this right here, this, oh my God. When I was in Paris at the airport, there were signs everywhere saying your country eligible to be a border country. Mm-hmm. So until you remember when I talked about why I don't like to fly? Standing in line, do you remember? Remember I said those things look like firing posts and they say zone on them? Because they're not going to really use trains to move people around anymore. That's why I don't like standing there, because it looked like firing posts to me and they zoning you. They done got you so used to looking at zones, just like in, what's the kids movie? Hunger Games. Wasn't they in zones? Y'all hear my stomach. I'm always hungry. Always damn hungry. Let's see. Districts. Oh, okay. Same difference. Zone, district. Okay. So this is the thing, right? You all have had information. I'm always hungry. Um, you you you've had information at your disposal, and I pray that you go in here to the War Scroll. I pray that you go in here to the War Scroll, okay? And look around, family, okay? Why did the screen flip? It's backwards because I put it back. It's the War Scroll. Did you not see it the first time? I got your little trip. It smells so good in here. Put that for breeze in here. Yes. I don't keep it the other way because this won't be that way. It just mess with my eyes. I don't do it. But please, go look in here. Go look around. Who remembers us reading that the giants were going to come back at the end times to help destroy the earth? And we read that the rocks is going to cry out. And now we found out that all these big old rocks that we thought were statues is petrified beings. And in all of the mythology movies that we see, it'd be a whole human person breaking out of rocks. Something that people have driven by and rode by, and come to find out it was a whole being. It wasn't a sculpture at all. Oh. Oh. gotta go get my hand things. Hold on, y'all. I slept wrong. I slept wrong, you hear me? I put some of that dang lavender sleep oil on these dang feet, baby. I was out. I think I dreamed last night and everything. I was like, ooh. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second, because I notice when I do this hand, it takes all of this out of my, what you call it here. That makes so much sense now, the strange sounds you hear in the woods and in the forest. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Are you guys ready? Hmm? I hope y'all is. You need guidance. You see too much in dreams and visions. Write it down. Said that in Acts, I think it was 1:17 or something, that at the end times, or 2:11, I don't know what scripture, it's just right there in the first two books, that are the young people and the old men was going to see dreams and visions. It's a part of the plan. You're just scripted in, honey, as a seer. It's a book called hold on. That's crazy how this my hand and it's taking the pressure off my, what you call it. Okay. Come on. The book is called The Seer. Go back to the front. Come on. Okay. Y'all got your screenshot fingers ready? If you have visions and dreams and you don't understand them, you don't understand why you always have to have them, this is really, come on. I'm trying to do 15 things at one time. Grab that. Y'all better hurry up, because this is my phone, and so if I get a text message, I'm not putting it back up. Come on. There you go. The Seer, the Prophetic Power of Visions, Dreams, and Open Heavens. It's a very good book to have. And you can get it on Kindle, because that's where I got it at. It's been on there for years. Since, like, I bought the book in 2010 or 11. Like, 11 sometime. Just type in this Jim Gall. Joll. You're welcome. Oh, okay, about to get it. Yeah, they have it on the Kindle. I use it in my Kindle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been around forever too. It's called The Seer by Jim Gall. Goll. Me too, Riz, because we got a ton of them. Oh, okay. So, can I tell you something? You guys, I need you guys to not request books for other people, because what's happening is you guys are requesting books for other people and y'all don't have their address right. And I have to sit there and keep going. Let them ask, because they know their address completely. Somebody gave me an address today. One, it's a book been trying to be delivered this whole week. Two, it ain't even a real address. They was like, we don't even got no address for this. I don't want y'all ordering books for other people. Give them my email so that they can, because y'all, look, we can't afford to just be sending out money and then, even though they credit us, it's not okay. If somebody wants some books, give them CERCATROVAbooks@gmail.com and let them email so that they can give me the correct information. Okay? Because just this morning I was trying to send books. They don't, their address don't, and then y'all don't put no last names and stuff. Don't do it no more. Let that person request books. Give them CERCATROVAbooks@gmail.com and let them request so that they can put all the complete information in there. Because I be real irritated. Because I don't have 20 minutes to sit here and be trying to figure out, like, I'm not going to Google nobody address. It's weird. We buy books for people that can't afford them. We're just not sending out free books. If you cannot afford $65, and we say if you can go buy you a bottle of Casamigos or go out with your friends, you can make a sacrifice and buy your books. But if $65 is too much for you, and right now that will put you in a bind and you want books, yes. But we are not requesting books for nobody else, y'all. Because it's frustrating because y'all don't be having all the information in real life. And I ain't trying to be funny, but y'all don't. And those be the ones that always seem to come back or they keep trying to get delivered and all of that kind of stuff. So you can go to my website to get all the information. CERCATROVA22 at Gmail. I mean, CERCATROVA22.com. Go there and all of the emails of where you go. Don't email on CERCATROVA22. You need to go down to the bottom and look through there and all the information is there. Okay? So, with that, because that I be frustrated. I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't like repeating stuff and having to keep trying to send it and it's asking for another address and then I don't request for other people. Just request or just give them the information so that they can request for themselves. Please. Thank you. I love y'all. Okay, so back to what I was saying. We have information that we have information that we're going to need right now. It's been sitting on your shelf. So who remembers me saying that? It's a hand massager that Mr. Hardy got. And it works really good if you have carpal tunnel. Like I have a lot of shoulder pain because of how I sleep. And so this helps a lot. It is a Thor hammer. And it's my Iron Man arm. I'm telling y'all, God makes it real. Y'all know I got the Iron Man thing, and he got this thing on there, and then God just sent me a real one for me. Like, what? Listen, you cannot tell me I'm not supposed to be a superhero. And is. Definitely a freaking superhero at some point in time. You hear me? Y'all don't think I'm supposed to be a superhero, seriously? Come on. No? I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you how you should know. This should give it away always. Where is it? Dang it. Y'all, where's our stuff at? Oh, right here. This. Every good... Gotta have a whip. With fire in it. Gotta have a shield. And I have plenty of swords. Don't worry about it. And some of them are not for cosplay. So there's that. Definitely a superhero. You all are superheroes too. You know how I know? Because superheroes know things before they're going to happen. How many of you feel absolutely ecstatic that you know that the world was going to war and you knew that there was not going to be any food, and you knew that you were going to have to filter your own water, and you knew that the electricity and the phones and all that stuff, you should feel like a superhero your own self, because you are. Because you took the time to listen supernaturally. Y'all realize that's what that was? Supernatural insight. Can you write that down? Because that's what you have. Supernatural insight. When you knew a year and a half prior to what was going to go on in the world, around the world, and here too. How does that make you feel? You need to write that down, put it somewhere in your car. Who made me this shield? Miss Joy had it made, but Tay. Touch by Tay is going to be making some. Girl, you better hurry up. Are you in here? Touch by Tay? Are you here? Did you leave? Or did you come in? Is she in here? You better hurry up. And I don't tell people what to do, but just look, just if you gotta start taking pre-orders, just go and start doing designs, boo boo. You don't gotta wait with supernatural seeds. You can start sowing them immediately. Go on and call the peoples. Because everybody like, who made it? Touch by Tay is gonna be making some. She's going to hand paint them. She needed a couple minutes, but you go on and just because everybody like, who got it? Where they do it? What Joy? Does she, her, Auntie Sandra? Y'all just be starting stuff. Everybody want to shield and do, and do, and do. Why can't we have one? You can hang it in your house. You can hang it up in the middle of the instead of a clock. Put that up. How many people you think got shields in their house, y'all? Yes, we're different, and it's good. We're a real peculiar people, for real, for real. The war started. She said, hit her DMs, y'all. Touch by Tay on TikTok. That's a lot of T's. Touch by Tay on TikTok. Okay. You do your Bible. Well, Mr. Fortner, what is this? Mr. and Mrs. Fortner, if you send me an email, you can get some other books because these books, your Bible's good, but this is like these books here. I guarantee you this: you will not ever want to just go back to reading the regular KJV ever again. Anybody? Y'all want to help them out and let them know? Could you imagine hearing that Israel was going to war today and not having all the information that you have? Where would you be mentally? Where do you think most of the world is? They're like, oh, Israel's always at war. But we know that the red heifers got over there. We know that the Antichrist has been revealed. We know that the Euphrates didn't dry up. We know that they announced that there's famine in the world. We know that pestilence is taking over. We know that animals are dying. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. We knew they was going to be playing with the phones and the internet. Didn't we? Did we know? We knew, right? We knew they was going to be playing with all this stuff. Yes or no? We knew they was going to be playing with the power. And why do we know? Because we chose to try to be the five wise and not the five foolish that covered their ears and said, I don't care, that's going to ruin my rule. I don't want to hear it. It ain't happening right now. Okay. Now, when you go back and you look at your storehouse that you sacrificed to get this year, and last year didn't let your kids really get that much Christmas, didn't take no vacations or whatever. Before you did what you rearranged, stop eating out, stop Ubering, stop getting your nails done, stop getting 50, 60, $70 cuts, start cutting your own hair. All of those sacrifices right now are going to be so worth it. I told y'all, I said just give it a year. What I always tell y'all, I tell people check with me in what? 12 months. Y'all heard me say that before? Check with me in 12 months and see. How many 12 months have we had, y'all, as far as like from February to February, March to March, April to April, May to May, June to June? Like this thing right here. Has it not all happened? Do you think that the rest of the world has a quarter of the stuff you got in your house? Thank you. And I ain't talking about TVs and all of that. I'm talking about stuff that if there's no power, you can still grind meat. If there's no, you can heat your house, you can cook. If there's no lights, you can not have to walk around in the dark. I mean, Armageddon starts with Israel and Russia and China. Who's all in the news right now? Israel, Russia, China. We talked about this. We even looked up the statues of Gog and Magog that's in our lovely little giant book over in London, didn't we? In the London Guildhall, didn't we? Because they used to be conjoined and then they made them separate. Well, we know that's a thing, right? Or no? Conjoined twins can be separated into two beings, right? Two people. Gog Magog used to be one being and then it was separated. Or they. But they were giants. And it says they served London. And in the London Guildhall, Guide Hall, or whatever, guild, whatever, under a church, or whatever, in their foyer, they have statues of them. And then we get this movie. That book came out years ago. We get the movie Troll, and over in London or wherever it is, what is it that they have under their massive churches? Giant skulls. And there are mountains that are not really mountains, they're actual giant beings that are waking up. That are moss covered and they can hide and look exactly like a mountain. Ain't that what they was called? The mountain dwellers. This is why the mountains was able to get up and move. And if God said that those things are coming back at the end of time, what movie have they showed us that hasn't been relevant to our life? I just want y'all to understand that this is real. God did not have you studying about all the different things that we have studied in all of these classes that we had for nothing. Okay. Every single thing is relevant because we talked about giants. The giant video went viral, and then all of a sudden it was giants walking on mountains in Montana and stuff. And people down in Alabama and South Carolina filming all of these massive beings. The dogs barking, and then they see something running from tree to tree that was way over 9, 10 feet tall, 8 feet for sure. We've seen the things that was in Mel Gibson's Daughter. What is it? The movie Daughter or whatever. I don't know, the other daughter or whatever it was called. Those little white beings that came out of and they only came out every so many years to feed. And then in that very area in West Virginia and all of that, people's cameras are catching them walking in the backyard and up on the porch. Oh, The ones they showed us in the movie that wasn't real, but now they real on the cameras now. They wasn't real on that camera, but now they real on the Ring cameras. You mean that? They said fairies wasn't real, and then we seen a dude say, "No, look, there go the legs. There it is. Comes here every night. Black dude too." What? All of the myths are being dragons, mermaids. Whose forces do you think these people will fight along with? If we know that the fallen angels and the animals were pissed because of man, and so they joined forces together, the spirits and the animals, excuse me, to make hybrid beings that have been banished from coming around humans. They show us that all the time, that they can't go around humans and expose themselves. And they say, "Oh, we've only um, explored this much of the earth and this much of the water and this much of the this and that." But how many times do they tell us about ancient hidden cities that underground, and what they thought was a mountain, something happened and the grass slid off and the whole door, and under there was this grand palace and gold and riches and all these things, that in something that they thought was just a mountain. We don't read these things because we just big kids. We've done more research in this year than a lot of people do in their whole time in college history. Think about the amount of subjects that we've studied here and why they're relevant to our life right now. Nobody thought that us sitting and looking up names of medicine was going to be relevant, did they? What's the point? And then we found out that they're all named after spirits, and all of these medicines cause people to be in a worse situation than what they are. And now they talking about, I mean, just, do you see it? I was a college history as a major. Really? And you did? Really? Who else majored in history? Anybody else major in history? Any kind of history? No? Listen, this is the thing. God loves you enough to teach you. Do you hear me? Can you find the medicine content on our page? Yes, but because it's not listed like that, I don't even know how you would find it. How do y'all go back and find the ones about medicine? Because there's no like specific name, because our classes aren't scripted. It's all improv. Like it's just, we just right here, live and whatever. So your girlfriend seen a ghost in her bathtub? I believe it. The Bible talks about phantoms revealing themselves, didn't it? At the end times, that phantoms would be seen, and that God is Rick's in the Testament of Solomon. Thank you. But she was saying on the page, I think they were saying like where the videos. Okay. Is America an ally of Israel? Yeah. Aren't we still in? Well, Trump was just over there. From what I understand, we're still allies with them. So if Israel's at war and we are an ally, who else is at war? Okay. What just happened on October 4th? What was it? But what was it called? Emergency broadcast system. Emergency broadcast system, which means they already knew something was coming because we're allies with Israel. And then 3 days later, Israel's at war. I told y'all, be paying attention to what they wasn't saying with all of the CERCA. What's going on? No, 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 no. What you need to be worried about is why they're sending it out. And Russia did the same thing. We already talked about Russia. We talked about China. We talked about Chernobyl, meaning used to be black or black god, and now there's energy sources there. Oh, do you remember? So 3 days ago, we had an emergency broadcast system, and now a country that we're allies to is at war. Oh. Touch by tay. Who remembers me saying you might not be able to go outside without one of these on? Aren't you happy? Say I if you went on and did this over time ago. Say I. Just say I. If you went on and did what you were supposed to do, just say I. Remember when they called us crazy? And I said, no, crazy is not prepared, honey. We're not scared. We're prepared. Because you don't know it's coming. Remember, that's when I used to just be snapping off on people now. I'd be like, 5 wise, 5 foolish. Move on. Come on, auntie. Gas masks are $29 on Amazon. Y'all better go get them if you don't have them. Who feels excited? Who feels empowered? Self-evaluation, empowering development. You have to self-evaluate to see, do I even really believe this? Then you have to sit and study and understand that guess what? No, 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 it's real. You can't afford that stuff. Whatever happens, happens. You're trusting God. Yet we don't use those statements over here. That's why you don't have it, because you said you can't. You make God look bad when you say stuff like that. Now, do you want to prepare and not do like DoorDash and all that kind of stuff? Because there's a lot of money that people spend that they don't even realize they blow. Because this don't take that much to do. And there's several people in here that didn't have a job, had very low income, but they told God what they wanted to do. They moved their finances around and they did it. My DoorDash goes to my supplies and books. Yeah, we don't do we can't. That's not a thing we say over here, because God can do whatever he want to do, but do you believe it? Because how many people, it's people that have lost jobs, moved, got divorced, got their whole account stole, all kinds of stuff. Yes, Miss Lisa, sometimes $29 is a lot. Don't, yes. There's been plenty of times that I wanted something for $20 and I didn't have $20. It is easily to be done, but also I know how big my daddy is, and I know that if you want it, he'll send it to you. But you also can't just keep doing whatever you want to do. You got to move some stuff around. When I mentioned that you worked overtime to get it, yeah, it's things you could do. And after you bought my books, my light turned around. Come on. Woke up to a 1,500 month. Come on. Oh, come on, Auntie. Today, that bread, get that and leak. No. Congratulations. Y'all, Auntie woke up to a $1,500 a month pay increase. Come on. I told y'all what he'll do. And will. Right now. Oh my God. I'll be trying to listen. Listen. Come on, Auntie. And my daddy will do it and will. And my daddy will do it. And Auntie. You remember? You remember, Auntie? I'm just gonna say you remember. Now she done left us. Auntie, but you remember? I know you remember. It's a real thing down here. Listen, listen. God can do whatever. Listen. No, I don't really do private conversations. I started it and then I don't do them anymore. Listen, I'm just gonna say this. When your ears is open, when your ears is open, we got a list up here. It's a disaster preparedness list in our bio on here. Just go up to the Amazon bio, look for survival and disaster preparedness, and there's a whole list of stuff that we have that you can get from Amazon, shipped directly to your house. We got there's two videos on YouTube, Survival and Survival 2.0. One is from August of last year. I think the other one is around December, where we go through most of the stuff that we have. We got gas masks, we got trenching tools, we got emergency lights, we got all of this stuff is rechargeable. We got solar ovens, solar panels. We have water, portable water filtration. This you can. It comes in this little bag, and it's got the piping and everything in here, so that you can filter your water. So if you have to go down to a creek and get 2 buckets of water, or to one big bucket of water, and filter it. We have a number of filters. Oh Lord. Hold on. I don't want to break it. I don't know how I am. I'm gonna put it in upside down next time so I can pull the fat part out. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause y'all be scared I'm gonna break it. I do, Tom. They laughed at you hard. I bet y'all gonna be getting a lot more calls now. There we go. Ooh, thank you, God. I'm scared. Now I haven't charged this. I need to charge it after. Oh, it's still. This thing is still charged, y'all. From when we got this almost 2 years ago, I have not put this thing on a charger. And it got a light on it. It's still charged. So what you can do, that's good. I'm going to put it on. It's still got 2 whole things. And I don't think it's ever been fully charged. Ever. That's good. So you can get this. If you got 2 buckets, you can go dip down in the stream or whatever we're going to have access to. Okay. Put 1 tube out. It's got the out and the in little ports. Okay. And you'll be able to filter water just in case it ain't none running through the things. Okay. And then, just to make sure it's super safe, we have these. So after you filter it with this, you can go get a water filtration straw. And see that? Each straw filters up to 1,100 gallons of water. The average person drinks 182 gallons, 182 and a half gallons a year. So roughly this is 5 years worth of water if you hold on to it. Of drinking, just drinking. Now, of course, you're gonna have to filter water for cooking, and we have something that can help with that too. Hopefully, I can get to it. If I can, I can. I think I put it in here. Yes, I did. Yep. Ooh. Don't fall. Oh, y'all. Now mine got coffee on it, the box. But we have these. So you see this? Those straws so that every time you get some cash. So this filters 6,000 gallons of water, right? Up to. So say for instance, you have to go and get buckets of water. You can run them first through this, right? And these are rechargeable. And we got our little solar power generators and stuff that'll charge this, right? So you're going to run it through this first. And then you're going to put it through here, which is going to filter it, right? And then drink through your straw. And these have a little thing on there where you can hook a straw on there if you need to, or hook it to a bottle. They have the twist, right? So do you see how there's 3 different, just with this, there's 3 different forms of filtration for you and your family to have access to cleaner water. Just in case there's something going on, which they already told us that 50% of America's water is contaminated. So, okay. You can get 5 of these for like $42, I think. I don't know how much they are now because we've been whatever for however long. You got the ceramic filter for the big water filter. Trying to bend. Okay. Okay. Well, this is the thing. These 3 things, I think they have marked these down to what, like 120? They got them cheaper than that. But 120, I think this one is like 40 to 60. And then you can get a box of these for $42 to $50. I don't know how much they are. They probably done went up or down, or I don't know, because it changes all the time. But 5 of these, say you got a family of 5, 5 of these, 6,000 gallons. This is 1,100 gallons. So if it's 5, that's 5,500 gallons of water with just 5 of these. 5,500 gallons of water with just straws. When the average person drinks about 200 a year, we'll give it 200, okay? And then you can filter up to 6,000 with this, and then you can buy extra filters for these. So these are things that don't seem like they're whatever now until you don't have access to super clean water, or there might be contaminants in it. because you're going to need bathing water as well. Now, guess what else I put on there, which y'all probably already got them. The electric shower heads. Did y'all see them? I put the ones that heat up. So I put the little portable bags on there too. So say for instance, we out wherever we at and you got your tent. I even put the little bathroom tent thing on there that got some with foil in them that'll heat up. But if you gotta just do that, you drop that thing down there. People use them to wash their cars while they cleanse, but they got some that heat up that you can turn up the temperature so the water isn't cold. But we got heated stoves, wood stove, so we can put a pot on there, get it boiling, and put some cold water in there. And then as long as you have that little tent thing or a place where you can barricade off, you can take a warm shower. And those things are rechargeable by USB, and we have a little thing that'll recharge it. So even outside, I put them in the thing on there. They have those little, you can hang, some come with suction cups, some come with like the little hooks, but you can hang it on a tree. You can hang it wherever, and it has a dial to heat the water up or heat it, turn it down. But if there's no electricity, you can still take a shower because you can use your solar panels to charge it. Just drop it down in a bucket of water, and if you got one of your solar stoves or whatever, you can heat up some water to put in the bucket. So you ain't got to take a cold shower. You don't have to. The babies don't have to take cold ones and be all uncomfortable. You can actually, even at that time, still take a hot shower. I mean, if you got your solar, it just recharges. So if you got your wood burning stove, put this much hot water in there, put the rest cold, boom, you got a hot shower, however you like it. I mean, I wouldn't put it down in boiling water because, of course, it'll do whatever. But could even be your sprayer to wash dishes. You don't want to whatever. So if you got your pot over here and your pot over here, you can rinse in cold or rinse in hot or whatever you're going to do. We got our Dr. Bronner's soap that can be used as laundry soap and as cleaning stuff and as shampoo and as body wash. We got that. So those are all in there too. So we have a number of things that just in case, and as we can see, stuff is going on. So we just want to be as prepared and try to be able to have as normal a life as possible if all chaos is breaking. I mean, you can plan better. If you don't have to worry for 6 months, or if you don't have to worry for however long, you can plan a little bit better. Because if this is a thing and it's going to stick, then there are a lot of resources that are going to be not available because the money is going to be going to the raw. Was it the third or the fourth that I kept saying raw, 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 but it was raw backwards. It wasn't, and I think we talked about it yesterday. Who was here for that? The day I kept saying raw, but we knew I was talking about the. Matter of fact, I think that's what I named the. Give me 1 second. You give me 1 second. Ooh, I think I named the class that. It was the third. Oh. It was the third. And that's my brother's birthday. And I kept saying raw, raw, raw. And 4 days later, what did they say today just happened in Israel? Raw. please get ready. Now, do y'all see why I don't care when people call me crazy? Because I know even, and just because I'm not up here hooting and hollering and sounding like a pastor, don't mean that the things that God be having me say don't be valid. So what that I don't have a collar on? So what that I don't act like the normal pastor? If you've been here for more than 6 months, you have seen that God does not, a lot of those people aren't even talking about this. And I'm not comparing myself to them. I'm saying don't be fooled by what you see. You better open your eyes up, your spiritual eyes, ask God for spiritual insight and get, I don't know, Shay, I have no idea. Can you find out for us, please? Yeah, I know. I get it, John. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We already knew, though. You want to know how you knew? Who been here since February of last year? Anybody been here since February of last year? You guys got to pay attention. It's so funny because Nostradamus actually predicted this 500 and I think 57 years ago. So if you can go and read, I think it's like the 2000th quatrain. He said that during the Olympics there would be snow on the ground, there was going to be a bomb, and then there were going to be all these different countries that were going to, well, we're, you know, America never minded our business ever. We've never done that. I'm just saying I'm trying to help folks out. So, like, if you don't know, you can get popcorn seeds. You need cornmeal. There's nothing in the store. I can show you guys that the other day. These things are going to be valuable, y'all. If, you know, there's nothing in the store, you need to be able to add water to whatever you have and feed your family. So hopefully, I mean, after it's falling out and whatever, but these things are going to be valuable. Of course, the milk on here, and your baby can have milk. You dehydrate it now, later on, your babies can milk. But gallons of water. Hold on. You guys got to pay attention. It's so funny because Nostradamus actually predicted this 500. All right, y'all. I couldn't figure out how to. This is my dehydrator. Goes in this. A lot of food in the store, so I want to show y'all something. Y'all don't think it's coming. You guys gotta. I don't know which one it is, but one of them was like, "We going to Raw." That was February. It's about to be. That was 1 February. We just passed this February. Now this is the third. Well, technically our third February knowing each other. Coming up. But I said, y'all, get this stuff because you don't want to wait until it's super expensive. You don't want to wait until it's not really no food. You don't want to wait. You all went and y'all went and got dehydrators. Y'all started canning food. Y'all started jarring food. Y'all started standing in food lines to get beans, rice, pasta. So just in case there's nothing, you could try to make some kind of sauce to pour over some noodles if nothing else. Just wanted to have a little rant. Good morning, y'all. It's like that, you know. Just wanted to have a little rant this morning. Because if there's nothing in the store, what you gonna eat, y'all? These, you can pour milk on here and dehydrate this. Dehydrate, right? Okay, but this is what hydrated. You still need to be able to do the things that you normally can do, right? So one of the spices with this is old school to, you know what I mean? Just in case there's nothing in the grocery store, y'all. And these things come in handy. I also bought this. This right here, you can grind your spices with this. It's old school, but I guarantee you this. If there's no electricity, you still need to be able to do the things that you normally can do, right? So one of the things that I encourage you guys to do is to... We knew it wasn't going to be no electricity. I kept telling so if you can go and read, I think it's like the two... Okay. And I'm not saying it like I told y'all. I'm saying it like God warned y'all, and y'all superheroes because you actually listen. You actually listen. Every shop in the bazaar has Nido powder on their shelves. You mean the powder we got, Auntie? Because it's just 2% milk? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, Auntie. You said they got what? In Jerusalem, where they always having bomb strikes and stuff. You said they got this. You said they got this right here. Thank you, Auntie, for paying attention around the world. Yes, and it's very inexpensive compared to everything else in their shop. Come on. Come on. Y'all thought I was crazy when I was telling y'all last year, go grab some of this. Go grab it. They take food. Damn. They be having it at the shelters. It's the reason. I don't got no babies. Thank you, Auntie, for paying attention. Now, can I ask you a question? Do you think if we had not talked about any of those things and you would have went to Israel, you would have paid attention to the fact that there was Nido in there and that it was cheaper than everything else? Ralph has them and Smart and Final. Okay, thank you. It probably wouldn't have even meant nothing that it was no canned milk in there. But because we know what's coming, what's already here, what's getting ready to transpire, like, you be like, wait a minute, hold on. Did you get the neck thing? Like, wait a minute. That is not supposed to be in here. Hold on. You think about these things, y'all. Man, you cannot tell me you're not happy that you went ahead and stopped living the way that the world was telling you you're supposed to live, and you stepped back and you sacrificed, and it was worth it. Do y'all really feel like that now? The fact that you have a trenching tool, if you have to go out and dig up or cut down a tree to burn your house, you actually have a freaking axe to do so. You can bust a window, you can start a fire, you have a compass, you have wool blankets, you have the things that you need. I'm late to the party, but share with newcomers what they can do now. There's 2 videos on YouTube called Survival and Survival 2.0. Go to CERCA TROVA 22. And then we also have a link in the bio, survival and disaster preparedness things. It's not all there, but between those 2 videos, which is like 3 hours together, like an hour and 40 and an hour and 30 or something. I go through most of the stuff that we have, and you can go look online, screenshot. That's what everybody else did, and they went and got their stuff. A lot of people put them on their credit cards and all kind of stuff. So they was like, I just need it. I'll worry about that later. I mean, if we putting $20,000 trips on there, I'd rather you have dehydrated food for your babies than some purses and shoes, because you can't make no Louis Vuitton suit, baby. No Birkin bag suit. No Balenciaga bread. Mm-mm. Those things are not going to have you and your family okay. Can't. Well, you might be able to make some Balenciaga bacon. I don't know how it's going to taste, but I wouldn't do it. So if you're going to spend 2 racks on something, let it be a wood burning stove for your house, just in case they hit the power. some emergency light bulbs, water filtration, some warm blankets. They not putting these battery powered little bitty washing machines, portable washing machines out for no reason. The ones that just spin on their own. Y'all think they putting them out for no reason? All of these things that you could just charge up and use. Can't see our updated Amazon list. It should be just so it's not letting y'all see the list of the disaster prepared. You can find it on Amazon. On Google. It's on Google. I don't know how they don't let y'all see it on Amazon, but it's on there because I seen it a couple weeks ago. Okay. So, I'm telling people on my job about it. Teaching it and started stocking up. I don't know. Listen. To the people that listen, kudos to you. To the people that try to tell your family, kudos to you. Because they about to get on your nerves just here in a minute. If you're going to be available. Y'all know that? Folks going to be trying to drop by unannounced and be asking questions. Okay? Y'all hear me? I changed my locks. I know that's right. And did. You can see my disaster preparedness. You pulled it right up. Okay. And they thought we were all crazy, didn't they, Miss Deborah? See? Who don't feel crazy now? Who went to bed crying a couple of nights because your family didn't believe you or you got in a whole arguments with people? It was husbands and wives getting into it about this. Like a lot. Because the other person didn't believe. But a lot of husbands and wives came on in, didn't they? Like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, didn't you? You and CERCA and was just over there talking about that. Yeah, and you didn't believe me. And now look, it's on the news. You said I was that person. Uh-oh. You gave up? Hey, just get your stuff. Now, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Come on, Moni from Brooklyn. That's what I'm talking about. Agreed with my argument. Send him on his way with one bucket of food and a gas mask and did. Mine didn't even get the gas mask or the bucket of food because he said he didn't want it. I said, great. You said changing my locks Monday. Whole relationship ended. Okay, so can I ask you a question? For those that already went away, not people right now, but just those that already went away, do you understand how we've always seen in the movies where the person that didn't want to prepare is always the one that comes and steals everything or takes everything or tries to take more than what it is that they didn't it's always the person that don't believe that the prepared person had to snatch out the code and they heckled them or whatever went on. But do y'all see how that always happened? Then they think they supposed to take the biggest helping of food and use more of the candles and they waste because they were not that busy ant that had to sacrifice to go get the stuff. But the 5 wise and the 5 foolish is a real story. Don't feel like that. Just go, okay, listen. So don't make it hard for yourself. Just go find the 2 videos on here. Survival and Survival 2.0. I show everything. That way you don't even have to stress yourself out. Survival and Survival 2.0, CERCA TROVA 22 on YouTube. Boom, it's gonna pull them two videos up. Sit there and watch them. You can screenshot on your phone or TV or whatever, and be looking it up on another device if you have one. Because I literally show everything as we're doing it. I bring food in here, everything, all the stuff I have. So until he has to use it, I stepped away from him. That's Augustin Farms or something. Just look up dehydrated chicken, y'all. Okay, so listen, it don't have to be the brand I bought, because like as y'all can see, there's eggs that we bought all of them, and then they had to bring another kind. It don't matter what kind it is, you just need to get some dehydrated chicken, dehydrated beef, dehydrated sausage. They have all of that. They got oatmeal and stuff. Some of the stuff you can do yourself in your oven if you don't have a dehydrator. We have dehydrators, which I need to get on that because I ain't been able to do nothing either. Yes. So you're welcome. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. But I know the people that went ahead and did it. I know y'all feel good. I already know that y'all are happy that, because now we at war, which we've been knowing that though. Didn't we? We've been knowing these things were coming. Definitely. My cousin does it. Miss Jan Bailey. She's Muslim and they teach them all of that. So she does the eggs and all of that stuff. I'm happy because I won't have to watch my baby starve. Come on, Miss Nicole. Who else feels like that? Who else feels like your babies don't have to be scared and they don't have to? Because the grocery stores during 2020 had got real, real empty. And it was whatever you had is whatever you had. And we already seen from this summer, they hit the power and everybody lost their food. All over the country, people were losing freezers, and refrigerators full of refrigerated meat. So then that's not a way to go either. You definitely want to have more shelf stable food than you do stuff in the freezer. I'm not saying don't feel it, but I'm saying it's more important when you're thinking of long term storage for shelf stable, because if the power goes out, then whatever food you done spent all that money on, it's done. And pretty much everything in your freezer, you can get it in canned or dried or dehydrated or whatever. Yes, all of it. Rice, beans, food banks are giving out pasta all day long, peanut butter all day long, rice, beans, all of that stuff. Yeah, all of it. Yep. So before you lose your meat, it will become jerky. I mean, but what if there's no power? How you gonna make it into jerky if it's cold outside? Don't it gotta be hot to dry? Or no? Oh, smoke it. Okay. Thank you for telling me. I was just talking about smoking meat yesterday, which is really cool. So thank you. I forgot about that. Okay. Yep. I forgot about smoking it. You're right. Even if it was a big old freezer full, you could do all of that. Look at me. I don't know what kind of smoker you got though. That's crazy because I was literally talking about to someone in the country about a smokehouse. And I asked them if they still have smokehouses like in the backyard in Spooky how this all happens. See? Somebody trying to get they trying to deliver some books right now. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have to email her. Okay. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm about to go. But um um I forget what I was going to say. Oh, I gotta go. Anyway, survival 2.0 on YouTube if you're new, and the survival list. Um, if you have extra money, I would say it would be more beneficial to not be thinking about Christmas presents and to make sure that on Christmas y'all got something to eat and that you guys can be warm just in case there's some type of emergency, because America already let us know that it's about to be an emergency, right? They let us know actually back in May. Who remembers June 1st? Excuse me. Y'all remember we shared that in June 1st and people was calling it fake when the African president was over there saying, look, something is coming. These things are going to happen. You need to prepare. You need this. You need that. Blah, blah, blah. People said we was crazy. Now, look. Now they doing an emergency broadcast system. Well, they had put it out online. And now they let the world know. But who remembers us talking about if you wait till the news tell you it's what? It's too late. God told us war. God told us war 4 days ago. When did he tell the world? Today. God told us war 4 days ago. He told the world today. So did we know before the world knew? Remember these? Did we know before the world knew that we should have these? Potassium iodide, did we know that we should have these before the world knew? We bought them, and then it was worldwide news that the president went and bought it all, so you couldn't get none for 2 months. But it's exactly what we talked about. How is it that God has kept us one step ahead of the world who supposedly knows everything? And they say we pray to a sky daddy and hope and wish and pray, but he be giving us the rundown before y'all even know what's coming y'all way. I just want to know that the rocks and crystals tell you to go buy this stuff. Did the ancestors tell you to go stock up on gas masks and stuff? Is they talk about that? Did they tell you go buy dehydrated food and stuff? Because it wasn't going to be. Hey, girl. Hey. Should I buy dehydrated eggs or not? Huh? You said what, girl? You said what? I can't hear you. Oh, you said let Rock God talk for you. Excuse me, Rock. Excuse me. Can you tell me if we gonna go to war in 3 days or 4? Should I buy walkie talkies because there's not gonna be any phones? Should I buy a CB radio? Huh? You see? Should I buy gas masks or not? You're going to die waiting on the answer. Complete silence. The Rock said nothing. But you know who did tell us we was going to war 4 days ago? Sky Daddy. You know who taught us about water filtration systems almost a year to the date that they told us that 50% of America's water was contaminated? Sky Daddy. You know who told us before the air quality in Chicago and New York and other places in the United States that the air quality was going to be horrible and you wasn't going to be able to breathe it outside of your house? Sky Daddy. You know who told us that the meat was going to go bad and then all of the stores start stinking like death? Sky Daddy. You know who told us to go ahead and start dehydrating vegetables in February, March, and April? Because in May, there was going to be farmers saying that all their crops was dying. Sky Daddy did that. He told us they was going to start playing with the internet and the TV. So we got DVD players and we got old school DVDs because we understand that if they hit the internet, none of these streaming services are going to work. But if we have our handy dandy um, solar panel generators, we can charge up our portable DVD players and our kids don't have to drive us crazy because they're used to having a device in their hand. We don't have to be worried about setting our houses on fire. And even if we can't find the coil that goes to this here light bulb, we are enough electricity to light up a room if we need to. Go where in the dark? This room ain't gonna get no hotter. So if I need it to stay cool, but I still need to see, I don't have to worry about a candle heating up the room because these are rechargeable. They can be in your lamps now. So that way, if there is a power outage in the winter or whatever is coming up with storms and whatnot, while everybody else's lights is off, yours gonna click on automatically. Soon as the lights go out, yours is coming on. And we've already had people that have already used these. They had them in the closets or whatever. During the summer, there was storms and stuff like that, and their emergency light bulbs kicked right on. And the neighbors was trying to figure out how they still had lights. It's an emergency light bulb, rechargeable. They sell them on Amazon, Walmart, Lowe's, everywhere. You need to get one. And even if your kids lose this, they got fingers. And we already tested it out. The more you scratch your feet and get static electricity going in your body, the lighter it gets. So put the kids' little feet to use. They like scuffling around. Make them hold the light bulb while they're doing it. And it's just my fingers. I love y'all. You know what? Oh, that wasn't even gonna tell me my list was what. Thanks, family. So, to all of those that listen, thank you. I really appreciate y'all. And I said I didn't want my nieces and nephews and my aunties and uncles, elderly people to be scared or have to be worried because we don't know what all is coming. But at least if you can have these things, we got tents, we got all that stuff. We got tents, we got portable toilets, we got wood burning stoves, we got solar ovens, we got butane stoves, we got terracotta pots, we got lava rocks to heat stuff, we got oils, we got all of that. We got the stuff to make our own soap. We got all of it. We got tents, we got hammocks, we got trenching tools, we got dehydrated food, we got power manual things, all the stuff we gonna need. We got the pestle and mortar, we to grind our own. We got all of that. We got it. It's all, listen, it's all here somewhere. We got binoculars that see 10 football fields, don't we? And we got the ones that reflect the sun, just in case we're not trying to give our position away, that see 10 football fields. And the list goes on. Hatchets and the like. We got Crocodile Dundee here with her old sexy self. Hey, girl. We call her CD for sure. Not compact disc. Not cash or delivery either. Well, she might be making for some folks pay up when she come out of here. Uh-oh. Look at that. You said you need to cut down some brush. You said you need to cut down some brush? Oh, okay. You said we need to go. We do? Sounds good to me. Let's go. I mean, how many tools y'all got in your house? No, if you have to go and chop wood, do you have something? If you have to go and cut small bricks, small twigs, what do you have in your house that'll do so? You can't use your kitchen knives. You need to dig a hole. And the ground is frozen. A little plastic shovel ain't gonna take care of that. Okay. You need to have the tools just in case all of these luxuries that we have are no longer available. But if it ain't no electricity and you got a wood burner stove, you gotta ask to cut down some firewood. Because you can't just be running up in people's yards taking their stuff. Because you don't have it. And who gonna want you to use their stuff not knowing if you might not be able to go outside of your abode. So you need to be able to have everything that you need for your house. Have you ever heard of a 15-minute city? If they turn off your GPS, you know where you're going, north, south, east, or west? You got an atlas, a road atlas? Can you start a fire? This comes with a number of different knives and things for you to cut rope. You got to put your tent up. There's a spear-like option on here if you have to fish. because it's a metal pole, a steel pole, I'm guessing, and it's cold to the touch. And there's all these. So if I need to screw this on here, makes a harpoon. And now I got all the rest of the poles. So if I need to go and catch something, I need to fish or catch a rabbit, hell, and then do what I need to do with it. There's several different pieces that go in each one of these. And it all goes into one. Oh, that's fine. This other one goes down there. So, I mean, you don't have to, but I would suggest you not be caught without nothing. Because if it ain't no cut wood in the store, or whatever it is, if you got a shovel because they're not doing the streets and you got to get out, do you have heavy duty things that's going to last that you can continue to use so that you and your family will be okay? That is what you need to be worried about. Not how many shoes you can buy and how many bags. For real. How long can you make your water last? Can you heat water to clean and cook and whatever else? These things are going to be very important. And if things are in scarcity, you're not going to want to have to always be out. Oh, I can cook on my grill. Now that food is scarce, you're not going to want to do that because people are going to smell it and be trying to come in your yard. So then you need to have a way to just pour hot water on some dehydrated food. Everybody get their little bowl, and you ain't got smoke rolling up smelling like food so people know where to come get it. Because everything that we have, all I got to do is boil water. You think we washing up in here. You don't think nothing else going on in here but us boiling water to cook, to clean it so it don't smell like food. Because I'm going to pour all our little dried vegetables in one bowl, the rice and everything. Pour the hot water on there, put the lid on it. So there's no rolling smell of food and cooking, frying chicken, none of that. Dehydrated chicken. So, this is why we have the stuff we have. Yes, you can go and keep a freezer full, but if food is scarce, you don't want nobody to know you have any. And that the way to do that is just to be able to pour boiling water over whatever it is. A cap full of pine salt will diminish the smell of food. Thanks for letting us know, Tom. So I'm about to go. I love y'all, but I think it's crazy that God told us raw 4 days ago, and now Israel announced that they're at raw. It's real crazy. Tell me he don't want us to know. He do. It's called a pure well. Pure well. Purewell. Pure well. They have another version at Walmart. You don't have to get that kind. They have all different ones. Everybody is selling them. So if you just look up Pure Well, it'll take you, and then they'll show you all the other kinds. Because they have them at Walmart, and I don't think they're called Pure Well. I think they're called something else. So, anyway, I love y'all. You're welcome. I'll talk to y'all later. And I want to say this again, y'all. Thank you to those that listened and got your stuff together. Okay. Thank you for protecting your family and being worried about your kids and your husband, even or wife that might not be listening. But I know y'all been stocking for them too, so you probably bought all your gas masks and stuff you didn't just buy for yourself, and they living in your house. So I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all for not um, dragging your feet. And thank you for believing me. Because I was a complete stranger. I'm still to some of y'all, but y'all felt what God was saying and you believed it. You didn't know why, maybe, but you did. And look at, and now y'all know everything is 3 times and 4 times the price. But I told y'all God was going to bless us to get it before the world knew they needed it. And so now, if everybody start going and try to run and stock up on stuff, what we about to be doing, looking out the windows at them. I told y'all we was about to be peeking out the blinds at people, didn't I? I said, you don't want to have to take your babies and stand in that line and all of that stuff. And now I said, remember, because they're going to want to ID everybody. So if it's cold, you don't want, and now what they got? Enter, identify, and pay. They didn't have enter, identify, and pay at first when we was talking about this. And now they have enter, identify, and pay. Which means in order for the babies to get the benefits and everybody get the benefits, you're going to have to come and identify yourself. Because they're going to, know that it's going to be people that don't want to be in a certain community. Tony's about to be out of stores. I told y'all pay attention to the debit card readers. They done changed. In just the last month, they've been taking them out and putting in new systems in a lot of places. That's because the RFID system is ready. That's why it's in the gas station now. The gas stations and all of this. You don't have to have no attendant because they know as soon as that RFID, they know exactly what it is. This is you can't buy or sell. Palm Scan is here in India. Whole Foods, You ain't going, the Bible says you ain't going to be able to buy or sell without the mark. The mark is that good old scan code with the 666 on it that we know so well about. We already know where it came from. Because it's been here forever and ever and ever. There go y'all, the mark right there. And this is from 1981, this book. There go your scan code. And look what's all on there. And who? It's real? Really? Let's see what it say on this book from 1991. Updated gas pump handles too. Let's see. Do present events in the Middle East tell us anything about our own future prospects of peace and safety? Are the Russians going to invade Palestine and overpower the oil-rich countries and cut off Western oil supplies? Who remembers me saying there'll be no gas? Y'all remember me saying there wasn't going to be no gas? Well, if they cut off the oil, there would be our petrol. So, where you going? Nowhere. That's why you only going to need a 15-minute city to be walking distance. Okay. Will communism be overthrown? And last but not least, is the world's desperate fear of nuclear holocaust setting the stage for a takeover by a universal peacemaking dictator? A universal peacemaking dictator. You mean like a one world leader? And the peace will be nobody opposes him? Because they too scared? Oh, and they already knew that the QR scan code was going to be that mark in 1981. Really? Because this, you can scan for your insurance, to get into a house, to get into a car, to get any information you want. There's a scan code for it. And now they have them on your phone. It's called Tap and Pay. On the TV right now, if it's a commercial that says scan the QR code to get in the gym, scan the QR code to get in hotels, right? Scan the QR code. Grocery store, scan the QR code. 666 right there in your face. And all your QR codes have that one box open. If it's a square, they have that one box open. All the QR codes do. So there's that. All right, y'all. Love y'all.